Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you once again for being here. I'm Stephanie and this is Simple Coding Style with Steph. So let me show you how to just create this simple app and use your reset button to clear off everything back to default zero. So this is not rocket science. It's as simple as we see it here. Okay, so basically this simple app is just for you to be able to reset your fields back to default zero. So I'm just going to show you how this works. I'm just going to say, write my name down here and then choose my, and then reset everything back to zero because I just not needing it for anything. I'm not saving it up. I just want to set it back and clear off everything. Okay, so that's just it. And I'm going to just briefly show you the code for that purpose. Okay, so this is it for the code. So here is just a simple way to do that. You don't have to worry about all of this. So I just had to show you this other steps to also create the um, entry field and the radio button. So before you start an application, from Tkinter, you have to import all of the necessary things you need from Tkinter, which is the first step. And then you start with your Windows main loop. That would enable you to be able to see your windows continuously. And then you start by creating your windows with Tkinter, and then creating a geometry size, which is what we are seeing here, the geometry size of this window. So from here we have from the x-axis, sorry, we have the height here, the width here, the x-axis and the y-axis. Now if you see this here, we have, this is the height, which is the height of this, and this is the width, which is from here down to this place. And then we have from the x-axis, which is from over here down here, and the last is the y-axis, which is from up here down to here. And then I configured a color for this application, which is snow 2, which is this color we are seeing on the background. And then the title of this app is just a reset this entry field and all that. And then before we proceed, now look at all of this. This is after we are done with our creation of the maybe the of the label or the option buttons. Okay, so I'm going to come back here to brief you on this purpose. So let's go down here. The first thing you do again is create a label. My label, it's in my Windows, and the text name is the first name. This is the font type, size, and the boldness for this. And the background for that as well, which is in here, is Snow White. And then the font ground, which is this font here, is black. And then the first name, and this is placed from the x-axis here, which is 10, and the y-axis from up here down here. Okay. Then let's go to our gender. The gender label is here, which is the same, which is similar to that of the first name label. So everything is down here. And then we have our radio buttons. We have our two radio buttons here. We have the male and the female. So for here we have, okay, we have here for the male, we have the text, which is male written on it. And we have the variable gender. So this gender is very necessary because with that you'll be able to call out for that particular radio button and do your resets that is required. And then we have the value, which is male, and then we have the font here, and then the font size and the bold. And this is the where it's placed. From the x-axis is this, and from the y-axis is that. same thing applies to the female radio button. Okay, and then we have the reset button, which is this one over here. So the reset button is the function that is given to the app. And here we have all of this. And then we have the width, border width, height, cursor, and then the command that is given. So the command is the function, okay? And this is where it's being placed from X axis and the Y axis. Okay, so that being said, let me go back to the explanation for the previous writings that I said I would do. So here we have the gender and the first name entry. Okay, so this option is really not necessary. It's only necessary if you are trying to store the entered data like this. Maybe I put my name here, and you want to save this in maybe a database. So this is going to help you to extract the data and take it down to the database. That is what this is here for. So it's optional. But for here now we have the function of this application. So the function is to actually reset your button down to default 0. So I'm going to first of all, or rather you are going to first of all call out the entry field, which is this entry field that you're going to put in your data, and as well call the function, the radio button down here. So if after imputing your name and you decide to choose a gender to be a male or a female, so you can see that this radio button is optionalized. So you do not want a situation where after picking one and then you decide to go to the next one and you see that they both are still being picked. You want a situation where you have your option just fixed, female, and then you decide, oh, okay, I don't want to pick the male, I want to go back to the female. Now you can see how that is being regulated. So what I did here is to, if the female is going to be picked, then the male should be reset back to 0. But if I'm going to pick my male, I want my female to be reset back to 0. So this is where that setting comes, gender.set0. Okay, that was why I said when you are designing something like that with the radio button, you have to ensure that you make use of this variable name, this variable gender. Is very necessary. Okay, that is what helps us to be able to reset this. Okay, so after doing that, you can then decide to reset everything back to the default value using your reset button, which is this. So now I have picked this, and then I want to just clear off everything. I'm just going to quickly click on my reset button, which is this. And that is cleared, default 0. So you can see what I did here, the first name entry, which is the entry field dot delete. So this explains that if you're going to click on the reset button, this is going to reset from the first part of the entry field down to the end. That was why we have the first here 0, the end as well. So it's going to start from the beginning of this place down to here and reset it down to 0. Just as simple as that. I hope this class was educational enough. So if you have any comments, please do not forget to leave your comments on the comment section. And also do not forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos as well. I hope this was a wonderful class for you all. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.